In the name of one God, Creator, Redeemer, and Sustainer. Amen. Last week, my husband surprised me with a simple gift. 2 hyacinths that had bloomed in the cold frame where he's growing lettuce. The beautiful purple flowers are not only a visible sign of spring and new life coming forth, they carry with them the scent of spring, a delicious, strong smell of spring. Their fragrance literally filled our house. So much so that for David's sake, I had to put them away where I can visit them and he can still breathe. Not everyone can handle such profuse aromas. In today's gospel, it was the rich scent of nard that filled a house in Bethany, a small town just outside of Jerusalem. The anointing of Jesus is recorded in all 4 Gospels, but the details vary in each one. In Matthew and Mark, the perfume was poured on Jesus' head. In Luke and John, it's poured on his feet, and a woman wipes his feet with her hair. In Matthew and Mark, the woman is unnamed. Luke calls her a sinner. In the Gospel of John, written decades later, she's identified as Mary of Bethany. This morning I'm going to offer a guided meditation on this passage. Christian meditation has been around since at least the Middle Ages and was made popular by Ignatius of Loyola and Teresa of Avila. Both encouraged contemplation upon the life of Jesus as a way to know Christ more intimately. Ignatius urged those who came to him for spiritual direction to use their sacred imaginations to see themselves in the gospel stories, and to use their senses to see, touch, smell, feel, and hear all that was going on around them. And so to prepare, I invite you to find a comfortable sitting position, perhaps with both of your feet on the floor. Take in a deep breath and then release it slowly. Take a few more deep breaths and let them go. If you like, close your eyes. This is a safe place to be. And as we meditate on this familiar passage, we can use all our imagination and all of our senses. First, I invite you to imagine being at the home of Lazarus, Mary, and Martha in Bethany. Think about what their house looks like, the layout of rooms, the table and cushions, the dishes set out for dinner. See the people who have come, neighbors and friends, men, women, and children. This is a familiar place. You've been there before, when Jesus was teaching and Mary sat at Jesus' feet instead of helping in the kitchen. Mary has always hung on to Jesus' every word. This dinner party is to honor their rabbi, teacher, and friend, Jesus, who recently raised Lazarus from the dead. This news about Lazarus brought back to life has caused you to look at Jesus in a new way. People are saying that he is the long-awaited Messiah. Imagine it. The Son of God, right here in this place with you. Martha is serving dinner. Lazarus is at the table with Jesus. You are there too, at the table with Jesus. You see Mary open a jar of pure nard, which is perfume used for religious anointing. The aroma is intense and instantly fills the room. You watch as Mary massages Jesus' feet with this costly lotion. See the looks on the faces of the people around you as Mary wipes his feet with her hair. Hear Judas protest that the expensive perfume ought to be sold to help the poor. Hear Jesus saying, "Don't bother her. She's showing her love for me." That perfumed lotion was the most profound expression of love that Mary could make. She didn't hold anything back. Mary's action mirrors the extravagant love and regard that Jesus has poured out for each one of us. For me, for you. Jesus' love is shocking, lavish, above and beyond anything we can imagine. For me and for you, for all people, God in Christ became vulnerable, accessible, and subject to the suffering which is common to all of humankind. Mary knows this truth about Jesus, and her gratitude and love cannot be contained. It compels her to action, to pouring out her heart and her soul for him. She makes herself vulnerable, open to criticism and scorn, just as Jesus had done again and again. It is you whom Jesus now calls friend. It is you for whom Jesus will pour out his life. How will you respond? What action can you take to demonstrate the love given to you that cannot be contained, but pours out for you and through you and all around you? For the next few minutes, stay in this place with Jesus. Feel how much you are loved and accepted by him. If you like, take the time to talk things over with him and listen for his response to you. I invite you now to become aware of this space. Feel yourself sitting in the pew, your feet on the floor. Become aware once more of the people around you.